Welcome to Collecting Chaos. It's time to clean a comic. A lot of this I'm going to do, it's stuff you've seen me do before. If I'm doing anything new, I'll show it to you. But a lot of the stuff you've seen me do it all before, so I'll be speeding through a lot of this video in order to save time. Your time, not my time. This is going to be a long project, I can tell you that right now. As this is the front of the comic, and here's the back, and you can see it has quite a bit of yellow on it. So it has not been pressed, it has not been worn, nothing has happened to it. I'm going to go wash my hands again, even though I just did it not too long ago. Because I put some comics away before I started this after I washed my hands. So I'm going to go wash my hands, we'll play the intro, then I'll get started. I'm back. Now, the first thing we have to do before working on a comic, of course, especially when you're cleaning it, is to prep the comic. Now, in order to do that, I've got a treasury board that I'm going to be working on. It's a treasury size backing board. Magazine size would work. Any of the larger backing boards would work. I just happen to have that, and I want to go ahead and use it. Then I open it to the first page, and I put a backing board in. I want it to go all the way up to the staple. And then we'll put a piece of parchment paper in. A lot of people don't bother with that step. It's not necessary. I just like to do it because that's just me. It makes the backing boards last longer, in my opinion. Now, normally, before I did any of this, I would take it, put the comic in my press, and let it warm up. Would not put any pressure on it, just let it sit in there and warm up. However, I already have something in the press and it's not available at this time, which is telling me I probably should get more than one press. So instead, from Big John's channel, I got the idea of using my little iron there to warm up the comic, and that's what we're going to do now. I imagine you could use a regular iron. I wouldn't want to, simply because of the spine. You could actually probably damage the spine if you did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a full sheet of parchment paper, and by strange coincidence, a full sheet of parchment paper is exactly the same size as or almost exactly the same size as the treasury board. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to go over it in a smooth motion. And I'll leave a link to Big John's channel where I got this idea from, and the video that he did that shows how he cleans a comic. Most of it's very similar to what I do anyway, with the exception of this step, which I really liked. And so I figured I'd give it a shot, give it a try. The comic is a little warm. I'm out of nitrile gloves, so I'm just going to go ahead and not use them today. I prefer to use nitrile gloves when I clean comics, especially using MacuClean or any chemical for that matter. I'm not putting any pressure on the book at all. If I was putting pressure on it, it would probably be dragging a whole lot more than it is. And as you can see, I've already pulled some dirt off. I will have to hold this slightly. And that's with using no pressure. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to put over it, even though it's still a little damp, and I'm just going to go over it one more time. And this will help to get out any creases that are in the book. I'm not using any pressure with this either. The only pressure I'm putting on it is what comes from the shoe itself. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, and for the rest of the cleaning I'm going to be going fast. Okay, I think before I go any further on this, I want to clean the inside a little bit because it's pretty yellow. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift it over. I'm going to put this on the underside of it. And I'm just going to go one time over this. And as you can see, I'm not going all the way to the edge, to the spine, because I don't want to have to take out this any spine creases I happen to put on it in it with the tack iron here. Just as a side note, I do not recommend you attempt to clean your own comics unless you are prepared to have them damaged. It is very, very easy to damage a comic while cleaning. Therefore, I do not recommend you try it unless you are prepared to suffer the consequences. Once again, don't try cleaning your comics unless you are prepared to have them damaged. It's very easy to damage a comic, especially when you're doing a wet cleaning. But you've seen me, if you've watched my videos for any length of time, you've seen me damage a comic even during a dry cleaning. So I don't recommend it if you have any fear at all of damaging a book. Me, I don't care. If I damage it, I can fix it. It's just one of those things. And since I don't plan on selling the ones that I clean, it's not a big deal. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I will offer one up for sale. When I do offer it up for sale, I include a certificate stating that it has been cleaned and the date that it was cleaned and what I did to clean it. It's just one of those full disclosure things. So we'll let that dry. And then we're going to go back to speeding up the video. I think that's good enough for now. I'm not going to go crazy about cleaning the inside. I just wanted to hit it lightly. So we'll cover this back up. And I'll do a little more on the front, maybe one or two more passes on the front cover, and then move to the back. One thing I will be doing is going through each individual page. I'm going to steam each individual page and try to remove that crease that's on it. We'll see how that works. Let's fast forward it. Okay, I think I'm going to work on the back side a little bit now. I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. So I think I'm going to stop working on the front for now. And we'll flip it over and start working on the back. But I think before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this back in here. And I'm just going to go over these lines with my hot iron. I'm not going to put heat on, or I'm not going to put moisture on it, I don't think. Just going to brush the pages off and see if I can get that to flatten out a little bit just with heat. Because of course the press will take care of a lot of it. When I actually press it, it should flatten it out a little better. But like I said, I want to just see if I can get some of this out. Just using the heat. Does appear to be working a little bit. That's a good thing. Not doing a great job, but it is working a little bit, so that's a good thing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, then when I get ready to do the back, I'll come back. Somebody forgot to turn the camera off again. I decided to do the inside. I went ahead and heated it up, and I went over it, just like I did on the other side. And pretty much that's all it's going to be from here out, is just a repeat of what I did to the front cover. So I'll be going fast on it. Correction. The video will go fast on it. I will still take my time and do it the best I can. I'm into this comic probably about 15 hours now. Yeah. But that's what I'm going to do. That's what I need to do if I'm going to offer this up at auction tonight. Surprise. The one you picked for me to clean and press will be going up for auction. Okay, it's time to start working on the back. I'll just go ahead and do the first one live, and then we'll go to fast forward. All right. That's going to do it for the first pass on the back. What do I do with my chopstick? There it is. And once it dries, I'll continue doing it, but I'll be doing that on fast forward so we can get it done. Well, that's it. I've just cleaned it off with water to take off any of the excess soap. The next step is prepping it, letting it dry completely. Then I'm going to steam it, put it in my press, probably let it sit for 24 hours, and then we'll be ready to sell it tonight. Of course, I'm recording this on Wednesday and Thursday, so, well, actually it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when I recorded this. So when I say tonight, I mean Friday night, which will be tonight when this video drops. I don't want to get into the whole time travel thing, it's too confusing. But that's it. And next time you see it, it will be on the Friday night auction. I haven't decided what I'm going to start it at yet. I've become kind of fond of it. I'm sort of attached to it now. I don't really want to sell it. But I don't collect Fantastic Four either, so rather than just squirreling it away in one of my boxes and letting it sit, it would probably be better if I went ahead and sold it. I did reinforce the staples. They were getting a little loose, so I went ahead and did a light reinforcement on them. Very difficult to see, but you know, full disclosure, of course, it will be on the certificate I include with it. So there you go. That's it for this one. An update. This one is coming along very nicely. I may offer it up for sale at a future date. As is this one. This one I will most likely put up for sale at a future date. Maybe I'll put it up for sale tonight if I get it finished. I kind of doubt I'll have it finished in time for Friday's auction though, because it's pretty dirty. So there you go. I need to finish those two and then get to work on the ones that I have to send to people. And I won't be filming those. I won't be doing videos of those. Don't forget, before you handle your comics, your collectibles, your toys, your games, whatever it happens to be, make sure you wash your hands. Good for your comics. Good for your health. See, Delco agrees. And we'll see you next video. Well, actually, I'll see you tonight at the auction. Bye.